I'm Grace, and I'm here with my very good friend Anas for our first pre-recorded video. We have been tagged by Sulin, my lovely spear sister, to participate in the season 2 hype train for the Wheel of Time, which was started by my very dear partner, Melchior Talks, and it's been being passed around like a chain letter, and we finally got tagged. And we're really excited to be here to answer these wonderful 11 questions. And yeah, are you ready, Anas?
Oh, I am excited. We have no season 2 news. This is what we need. We need a hype train. So let's get this hype train going.
All right, question 1. What is your favorite episode from season 1?
Oh, episode 3, hands down. I've no hesitation now. I used to have some hesitation, not anymore.
Yeah, I'm also episode 3. Best episode. We got the cold open with Nynaeve killing a Trolloc. We've got Tom, Marilyn, Rand, and Matt. We've got you know, the introduction of the
Dana.
Tuatha and
Dana.
Dana.
I mean, yeah,
Dana is amazing. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty much the best part of that episode is Dana.
yeah. And
Um,
we had an Aiel. We did have an Aiel.
we technically did have an Aiel,
We've always
yes.
had an Aiel, though. The Aiel had been there from the first
Ooh,
episode.
this is
Mm-hmm.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
Full spoilers, everybody.
Full spoilers.
Full spoilers.
Nice, nice. So, who's
Yeah.
your favorite character from season 1?
Tom Marilyn, obviously. I mean,
Really?
season 3,
Wow.
yeah. So, or episode, not season 3. I want season 3 to be maybe happening after season 2.
Tom's in
No,
season 3.
and he isn't. See, that's yeah. I'm thinking ahead because he'll be back.
Yeah.
Tom is. I really just loved this version of Tom. I think that the
You like
younger,
his plot arc? Is that what you like?
darker, it had so much character development and change. No, I just think his presence just added something to the show that it was missing. I just love that dynamic of the older mentor coming in and kind of teaching life lessons and helping guide the younger guys, and the banter and his interactions with Matt, telling him about the Aiel. I
Hmm.
mean, that was granted not necessarily a Tom characteristic, but I just love how they used him in that way. And then, of course, him coming in at the clutch and saving their lives, like just so amazing. I could have watched a whole season of Tom and Matt and Rand, to be honest.
Yes. I mean, that's the adventures of Matt and Rand, and obviously Tom's with them. Wow, that's your favorite character from season 1 of
That
The
is
Wheel
my
of
favorite
Time.
character. Yeah, what's yours?
I have I feel like basic now. I went with Matt because I went with Matt because of I like the acting that Barney Harris did. And
Sure.
if you really think about it, if someone acted like Matt from the Eye of the World, it wouldn't have been a favorite character or a
Right.
performance that people would have liked. But I think he somehow captured all of Matt and what people think of Matt when they think of later books. So
Hmm.
I think that's why his performance I thought was really good. I mean, obviously the fact that he was cut short and that all happened, but I still felt like he brought a wide range of what he did, and the comic relief part was also fun, in the first few episodes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I went with that. If you really want to go it's Dana otherwise. So if you think of who was the one person I was such an amazing arcs, acting, all that, Dana probably
And
or like that.
unexpected too, which makes
Right.
it better, as we know.
Hmm. Yeah,
Dana was
yeah,
was a great surprise for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Question 3 is, what is your favorite piece of dialogue from season 1?
I have two. Haha, I have two. So, listen to the lights work to understand this reference. Uh,
Our
but
podcast drops every Sunday.
But the first is a there's so many Matt one-liners, but the one I like resonate with is when he says, "Oh, you funny now? That's a new wrinkle." Like, it's just like how he says it, and
Hmm.
like it's not a question, but like it's still like, it just gets like a chuckle out of me every time. But I think the other one that's like I think back to like like goosebumps is it's a pinprick of candlelight against the raging sun that will be the dragon reborn. So Moraine saying that
Ooh, yeah,
at the end of episode 4. That whole sequence is awesome, but when she says that, it's yeah, I love it.
awesome. Well, I was able to narrow this down to just one, although I did have two in mind.
What was
Um,
yours?
so mine is from Ayla in episode 4. And I don't know if a monologue counts as dialogue, but I'm just going to go with it anyway.
But
I love her, but what? But what?
you're like it's like it's dialogue, but you're choosing a monologue. I like it. I like it.
I mean, you didn't give like the back and forth necessarily.
I
You
did
gave
not. I
one
did not.
quote. So, um, I think it's,
It fits.
semantics, tomato,
It is.
tomato, whatever.
Yep. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, her speech in episode 4 about what happened to her daughter and
So good.
just the way that Maria Doyle Kennedy delivers that speech, it's incredible. Her acting is fantastic. And I just cried listening to her say her line about what greater revenge against violence than peace, what greater revenge against death and life. Um, it just had such deep meaning in so
Mhm.
many ways. And there's so many different ways you could interpret that, not even just about pacifism, but just like overcoming obstacles in life. And I thought it was so profound, and she's so good. So I hope she comes back and has, a role later in the series.
Yeah. So being in Chiad likes the way of the leaf. Okay. Uh
I am
uh
Grace on the lights work.
so which character did you end up loving that you didn't expect to love so much?
Haddon Fane. I
Nice.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people really love Paddon Fane as a character in the books, and I'm kind of just like lukewarm on him. But in the show, again, just because of the acting, Johann Myers just won me over with that smile. It was not at all how I imagined Paddon Fane. He was just a lot more charismatic and clever, and his speech at the end where
Mm-hmm.
he's like lounging on the throne and just, oh my gosh, fantastic, and just such an unexpected joy
Mm-hmm.
in the whistling, just
Oh yeah. We needed more Patent
the
Fane.
way they used him was fantastic. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to
Yeah.
seeing more of him in season 2.
Yeah. And I think I went with the other, not the other obvious choice, but the obvious choice, which never ever did I think I would like Leandrin.
Yeah.
And Leandrin absolutely stole the show. I think every scene that she's
Hmm.
in, um, Kate Fleetwood is just amazing. Her performance, the way she says stuff, the way she made Moraine uncomfortable and got in her face. It's just so good. I'm looking forward to more of Leandrin in these, in season 2. And I think and people are worried about, characters getting merged or whatever. The fact that we have Leandrin, I'm just happy.
Yeah, they can pretty much do whatever they want with Kate Fleetwood, and I will be happy just
Yep.
to see more of her on the screen because she is absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
So yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Who had the best outfit in season 1?
All right. Um, Ishamael. I think
Mm.
his I don't know what to call it, what he was wearing. He was wearing like some, it's not urban, but it's not like legend. It's weird. Whatever he was wearing is just it's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
There's like it's like, like the sleeves are like big, and but he's like so comfortable in it, and he's
Hmm.
got like, maybe the Terangriel ring kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I really like the look of Ishamael, and what he brought to
Yes,
yeah, I thought it was
yes.
really cool.
He definitely made my top 10 list of best costumes from season one. And I
Mhm.
love the asymmetrical white
Right.
shirt
Yeah.
that he was
Yeah.
wearing and just how it looked modern and futuristic, but not like anything we've seen before, which is just
Age of
perfect.
Legends.
Perfect for Age of Legends. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. I chose Agelmar because I just love that
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the design of the Shannarans costumes in general, and Agelmar and Amelisa had beautiful costumes that sort of complemented one another. I love Amelisa's dress, but
Mhm.
Agelmar had the big robe with the stole with the full whole bird on it and the
Mhm.
feathers, and I just thought he looked so cool and regal and badass. And I I hope I hope he survived episode 8.
Didn't he share like a picture of that like behind the scenes?
He
Yeah.
did. Yeah, he shared like a
Yeah.
close up of the bird's head,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was
Yeah.
really fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. No,
Mhm.
that's awesome. So who do you think portrayed their character the best and why? It's a tough one, I think.
So I wanted to I know that I loved Barney's acting in particular, but as far as portraying a character the best, it has to be Rosamund Pike. She is just a ridiculously good actor, and she knew Moraine through and through. She did
Mhm.
her research. She knew the assignment. She clearly loves the role and, dove into the books, and
Yeah.
her the nuances of her facial expressions and her physicality
Yeah.
and her voice, the way she modulates her voice. She's just unbelievable. Like she was Moraine to me. And in particular, I think of that scene where the children of the light are asking her questions, and
Yes.
she is not lying,
Yeah.
and making it
Her like
sound
eyes and the rest of her face, how
and the
there's like
way
a
she swallows and like
yeah.
just she's just I just love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's a reason they picked her to be
Hmm.
the main character on the show, and I think she anchors it so well. And I
Yeah.
think you almost sort of forget about her because all
Right.
of the other characters are so like interesting and they're doing lots of things, but like she's there and she's herself, and I don't know, it's just amazing.
She's Maureen Sedai.
She is Moraine. Yeah,
She's Maureen
absolutely.
Sedai. Um, I went with Zoe Robbins and Nynaeve.
Mm.
I I don't like Nynaeve in the first few books. I've never even on rereads I'm always like just don't you know. But I absolutely like love Nynaeve in the show. Well, with the lens of the whole books in mind, I think the fact that she can bring that fierceness that these are my this is my family, like I'm going to do whatever it takes for them. It shines through. And how she talks to Leander and how she talks with the warders, how she protects her people, and then
Mhm.
obviously showing her kind of tender side with Lan. Um I think she absolutely, the def like the best of Nynaeve was put forward, and Zoe Robbins did an awesome job. And then her hair, I mean, right, she
So
like
good.
it's like you have a person where their braid is like a huge part of their character, and you
Hmm.
have someone like Zoe Robbins using her hair. It's just
Hmm.
perfect. So
Yeah,
I thought that was like the extra touch that just made it perfect.
agreed. She was awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us about a moment that unexpectedly made you laugh or cry in season one.
Okay. So I know you were gonna do a cry one, so I went with a laugh one.
Okay.
Okay. So
Is that what you
and
think?
I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe you have
Okay.
both. I don't know. You like to have two things. Um, I went, and this was like not a laugh out loud, but like a laugh as in every time I hear it, I like smile and laugh a little bit. So it was the scene where Loyal's like, an Ayoolan from the Two Rivers who insists he is not an Ayoolan. Like it's just like it just makes me like smile and laugh, and the way he says it and the way Rand's like, I'm not an Ayoolan, that whole like part that happens. I just I I wasn't expecting, to kind of really feel that, and I thought I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I answered both. I
Yeah.
have a laugh and a cry. I have to
Yeah.
do both. If I get an
Yes.
option to do two things, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So
You already
my
said the one you cried at, so
I cried at a lot of different moments, but
that's true.
that
Yeah.
that one wasn't necessarily unexpected.
Unexpected.
I
Yeah, okay.
mean, a little bit, but not
A
really.
little bit. Yeah.
So my laugh was episode 3 when Dana's making the soup and she's just
The
throwing
community
stuff
stew.
in it. The community stew. Yes. Thank you, Everyday Negroes, for the community stew, because that's amazing. It's what it is. She's just like, it's just such a funny moment because it's not even really acknowledged. It's just, she's just pouring old, half half full glasses of beer from people that are used, and like this like pig leg, and just like everything is going in it. And I think Barney has like some small reaction to it.
Yeah.
It's just like a
Yep.
little like you know, but it just the way she does not care. Like
Yep.
she does not care and she's just doing it. It's so fantastic.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
it tells you so much in that moment about the environment and
Hmm.
about that place.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really
Yeah.
clever.
Just break the wheel.
Break the wheel. She doesn't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my cry moment was from episode 4, Matt and the little Grinwell girl, who I
Oh, yeah.
guess is Helga, not Elsa. But she and their whole interaction just killed me. But in particular, there's this moment, and this is where I love Barney's acting the most. She is talking to him and she asks him about his sisters, and she's like, oh well, are they with your parents or something like that?
Hmm.
And he just like makes this little twitch in his face that you can tell exactly what he's thinking, like,
Yeah.
well, yes, but my parents are not going to
Yeah.
protect them, kind of like, and
Yeah.
you can see that in his face,
Yeah.
but he doesn't say anything. And just I just, oh my gosh, that kills me. And then she gives him the doll. It's just really I don't know, poignant moment.
Yeah. No, that's great. So what moment was the best homage to the books?
There's so many,
Hmm.
and I wrote a whole article about this.
Yeah.
So check it out on thegreatflight.com. I think that
Check it out, really. Yeah.
you really do.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually, this is my favorite article that I wrote. So I'm gonna go with a piece of my number one best homage to the books, which was pretty much talking about everything about the Aes Sedai and the way that they were portrayed. But there's just one tiny little thing that I think is just like a little like hat tip to the books, where Moiraine gets a message from the Yellow Aja. She's got a little like thing of yellow flowers in her
Hmm.
towels at
Yeah.
the spa or whatever she was. And I just was like, oh, the flowers is a thing that's in the books, and I was just like so
Yeah.
excited about that.
Yeah.
What was
Oh,
yours?
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Mine goes back. I mean, I really love this scene because that's one of the it's Rand and Loyal in the library. I was like transported into that.
Yes.
Like I was in the eye of the world. The
Yep.
way he like picks out his sword and like
Hmm.
says his name, and Rand, it's just perfect. The Karathon cycle. Like it's just
Yeah.
awesome. It's just I like there were parts in episode 3 where I was like, yeah, this is the books. But when that happened, I'm like, yeah, that's it. This is the eye of the world. Like they know what they're doing.
Hmm.
And I absolutely you're right, there's so many, but that will always stand out to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Aside from the blood snow, what was your favorite cold open?
Logain, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he's like like saves the king, he heals the king. You have the taint puppets. He's like, he's like, what's the thing he says that, you can like be by my side, don't like, you don't have to be against me. Like
There's
he's
a
always
place
says,
for everyone at my
yeah, yeah,
side, even my
yeah,
enemies. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's just I mean, give me more Mortal again, blanking on the name of the
Alvaro Morte.
Marte, yeah, it's just so
Mhm.
good, right? Such a great performance. Um, anytime he's on screen, but that he was a Ashaman. He was a leader. He and he fought against the taint. I mean, that's just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is a very, very close third favorite for me. I kind of went back and forth a bit, but I do love that cold open. Obviously, number one is Blood Snow. So my other favorite cold open is episode 3, Nynaeve and the
yeah,
Trolloc. I mean, we were waiting for that. We had seen the braid flip. We knew
yeah,
something was happening, and it was so great to finally get the story behind that and to see her being such a badass. It was just really, really cool.
yeah. I think you have the same reason why we don't like it maybe as much as we should, because we had seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
I think unfortunately that's so bad, right? It kind of
Yeah.
tainted my how I
Yeah.
view it, because I don't think of it as a cold open, and that's bad. But
Right.
it is such a
Yeah.
good. I mean, there's so much, like, the imagery, the fact that she fought a Trolloc, then the Aes Sedai symbol. There's so much that they did with that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, Nynaeve. Nynaeve is, that's Nynaeve.
Yeah.
Um, awesome. So, what was the best moment in the behind the scene footage that we got from season 2?
So when we got the original season 2 behind the scene footage in July, before we got the more complete teaser,
Mm-hmm.
we got just a very quick flash of someone wearing this gold plate over their face with like little holes in it. And it was just such a striking
Like a cheese
image.
grater, right, thing. A golden cheese grater. Yeah.
The golden cheese grater, yes.
The Sanchin golden cheese grater.
And it was just like nothing else I've ever seen, and it was so bizarre. And even though it was only on the screen for like 1 second, you knew it was Shanchan just because they're
Mhm.
so alien in a way. Um, and we did end up getting more of that and who that is through the next teaser that we got. But just of the behind the scenes footage, I thought that was incredibly evocative, interesting. People were trying to figure out who it was. I think we did end up figuring out the actress, because you could sort of see her behind it. And,
Yeah.
we did our thing and we
Yeah.
figured it
I th
out.
I think Geekieri put out that
Geeky,
video.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. But that was just I couldn't stop thinking about it and talking about it. It was just the most interesting moment for me. What about
Yeah.
you?
I have like three, and I don't care. I have three.
Go
Because
for
it was
it.
like like
They're all one
milliseconds.
second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Okay.
like, yeah, okay. So I mean, the obvious one that came to me is Dordral, but I
Yeah.
actually don't like Dordral because I didn't want to see it. I wanted to see it like for the first time, like in the show. Like, so so in that way I
Yeah.
was like, we don't know it's going to be there, and then you see it and then it's awesome. So I like
Yeah.
that it's there. It's an awesome scene, and I'm glad it's there, and I hope they add more to like the gore of it and how they find it in the show. Um, but the two other that I like, I actually like the Waygate, the rainforest, the forest Waygate.
Hmm.
I think they've redeemed themselves with the Waygate there.
They might win
Yeah,
me over. Yeah.
yeah. I like that. I was like, they didn't need to throw that in there. They threw it in there to be like, hey, we can do better. This is a better Waygate. So, uh, and then the white-haired person walking away.
Mm.
I you know I don't think what did Rafe say? Did someone guess it? He said someone. No, he said no.
He said
From
nobody did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, but he probably never didn't look at like every single response. But the fact that he said that, that was interesting. Was like, huh,
Mhm.
who is this person? So I love a good secret. So I'm glad they put it out there, and we have no idea what it's about. And I hope they don't talk about it until we see it on screen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that I think was another one that was talked about the most after that
yeah,
came out. Was who is this person?
yeah.
All right. Which new actor are you most excited to see on screen? Kiara Coveney, Donal Finn, or Ayoola Smart?
I mean,
I
Donal
mean,
Finn. Uh,
yes.
I mean, Donal Finn, right? Oh, so good. Having had seen him or met him,
Oh, did we? Did we
did
see
we?
him and
Yeah,
meet him?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Guess we
Having
did.
touched him. We're not weird. No, we no, I think again, there needed to be a performance from a new actor in a previously recast role, and not that I'm not looking forward to Ayoola Smart as Evianda and Elaine. I think from the little we've seen, I think it's going to be awesome.
Mhm.
But I think Donald is just wonderful and an amazing actor, and he's got this grin that's just Matt. I can't, like I didn't think, I'd be like that easy to get over Barney Harris, but I'm ready for Donald.
Yeah, I am also so ready for Donal. Yeah, he just is so charismatic, and I was very upset about Barney as well.
Yeah.
So, it needed to be somebody that really blew me away for
Mhm.
me to be on board for it. And I am sure it's that way for others too. And I think it will be. He will win people over. Absolutely. People are going to love him. He is awesome. Um, we saw him on stage and he had everything Matt needs to have. You know, just he was just Matt. Like
Yep.
he blew us away. Like
Yes, he
it
he did.
really was not just our excitement about getting to see him. He literally is just fantastic. So
Yeah.
Donal all the way for sure.
Yes. Okay. Awesome.
All right, so that's it. That's all 11 questions for the hype train. Who are we going to tag, Honest? We have to tag people.
We have to tag people. I think we should tag What in Color. This,
Yes.
yeah, What in Color.
What in
New
color?
podcast
Charnice
by,
and Kiba. Yep.
yeah, Sharon Kiba. They
Yep.
it's perfect because Kiba is a new reader. She's going to be able to answer all these questions, I think, and and I think that would be a good and different kind of input and hype. What is the never reader or the new reader excited about?
Has Kiba seen the show though? I don't remember if she has or
She
not.
has not. She has not.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
only Shar could answer. All right. Well,
Yeah.
Shar, if you're up for it, we would love to hear your
Yeah.
answers.
That's true.
Um, I think we can tag up to 3 people. So I want to tag Kevin of the Kev Pod if he hasn't already done this. I would
I
like to
think
hear
I
his
think Kevin
answers.
has been tagged before. I thought I saw something
Oh,
where he said,
really?
"Oh, I need to work on that." Very unlike Kevin to not like do something, but he's also like if you're
Mm.
told to do something, he doesn't do it.
So is he still working on it? Has he released it
I
yet?
I don't think he's released it, but
Okay.
I think. But
Well,
Kevin,
here's
we're
us
telling you to
nudging
do it.
you. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
nudging you, Kevin. Do it. We
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
hear
Yeah.
it. All
uh,
right. Thank you
yeah.
so much, Sulin, for tagging us. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rob, for starting the hype train. This was actually really fun, and I do feel more hyped for season 2 after having gone back and explored a little bit about season 1.
Woot
So
woot.
thank you. Was that your train?
That's the best train impression you're gonna get from me ever.
Okay, can you do it just one more time, please?
No, no.
Oh, man. All right. You can only do it when I'm already talking. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
All right, everybody, that's it for our first video. And until our next one, it's your turn to go out into the world and do the lights work.